Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Car Salvage 101. Welcome back to we did the walk around to part three of the 2013 Evoque. And yeah, again, it's more video footage recorded from earlier this year. So again, some stuff that I probably mentioned is completely irrelevant. I may talk about other cars that have come and gone. May talk about the weather, things like that. But that's because it was recorded a while ago. So yeah, so we are now in November. As you can see, it's still here. So you're sort of probably, if you've already been watching the series, going, well, hold on a minute, he's going through this stuff back in January, February time. Now we're in November, why is it still here? But we'll get to that at the end. There's nothing major, but when I sort of finish off this video, I'll just go into it. But I do need to move it on. It's pretty much done. I do need to move it on. I have to just decide how I'm going to move it on. So yeah, but anyway, let's get on with today's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more videos. So yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, let's get on with it. Right, we are on to day 2 of this. My plan is the light's starting to fade, so I'm just gonna give this a hoover, get all the general crap out, then we can attack the leather seats. But yeah, it's just gone 4. I think the sun sets at like 4:05, so we need to really get going ASAP, and it's still very cold. So yeah, let's get going. Right, done one side. Obviously it's just hoovering at the moment, but we're going to have to get the wet vac to get, oh, you can't even see this, bear with. So we need to get the wet vac on that, sort all that out. Not much we can do really other than just hoover it up and then, yeah, wet vac it, but because it's so cold it's not going to dry very well, and then you end up getting risk of mould. So let's just do what we can do. At least we've got it hoovered, ready for the ultimate cleanup. It's just, yeah, it's just too dark now. I've hoovered all I can, but these now are going to need proper scrub to get get that looking a lot better, because it's just general dirt, and then we need to clean the leather on that, and then yeah, and then inside here just need to sort out those, but definitely a wet vac. Probably won't wet vac it tomorrow because again the weather is going to be not great. So let's shut, make sure that's shut. We'll take that out, make sure that is shut, like so. And yeah, that's going to be the hoovering done. Oh dear, you see That's how cold it is as I'm talking. You can see the vape. Right. So, right. I suppose that has a cool looking effect. Anyway, I'm going to call it a day on day 2. Number plates have arrived. So, and I've got various other little bits and pieces that arrived. But, yeah, cleaning needs to happen tomorrow, I think. Okay, day 3 now on the Evoque, and we are going to be doing the leather seats because whilst we've just had snow overnight, it's only gone like 12 degrees, so but it is raining and it's on off raining, so I'm going to just try and get the seats done. So let me flick the camera around and I'll show you what we need to do because it is daylight. So we need to bring this up, make those look, because they've probably never really ever been cleaned. So we need to do that and do those as well. So I'm going to clean those. And I've been looking online. There's a couple of things that people suggest. Auto Glim leather cleaner, which I already had, so that's good. Magic erasers. They're like magic cleaning erasers. They're slightly abrasive, but they should, together with these combined, should come up a nice treat. So I'm just going to get some gloves on because I nicely delved into my thumb when trying to get the bumper off that Evoque. Not thumb, it's a finger. And it's absolutely painful. So, yeah, let's get this going. Right, so first things first, let's just actually move this seat forward a bit, give us a bit more room. Okay, so let's spray this on. And we're going to apply a bit onto this magic eraser. There we go. And then just work it in, lather it up and work it in. Making sure we cover what we can do. And hopefully it will come out looking like brand new and also smelling better, because when you've got a smoker's car, there's only so much you can clean before you realise that smell is not coming out. So I'm going to carry on with this. I'll probably fast forward the video because I'm sure you don't want to see this for too long. Incidentally, that is kind of what the pad is showing at the moment. And that has just taken that blue mark off the top there quite nicely. Yeah. Ugh. Going to turn that over now. I think that's probably done on that side, isn't it? Right, you can see that pad has cleaned up a lot of the dirt. So we'll swap that over. You can see there's the difference. So you can see that. So we're going to swap it over for another one. We are going to then work on the front one. So I'm going to see if I can set this up, but this tripod's been an absolute pain in the butt. So yeah, try and set it up so we can at least record something. Right, passenger seat. Let's go find the liquid. Okay, let's spray it on again. I think that will do. Bit onto the sponge. Just get that all into the cracks. Right, how's that looking? Oh God, that's looking bad already, isn't it? And finally, the last one. Oh yeah, we've got to do the steering wheel as well, haven't we? Where a lot of the problems occur. Get the door card done. Right. I've got that as well. Right, okay. Got to do the seats on the 500 with the red seats. Get them up, looking good as well. So I'll do those afterwards whilst it's not raining. Clear that done. Clear that down, should I say. Right, I think that's the best I'm going to get that done. Then just do the steering wheel. Right, that is that done. Just push that too. Starting to rain again, so yeah, not good. Have to be cleaning all of this when it's like in between the rain, so I can keep the doors open, so allow everything to dry. Right, and there we have it. Just got to let that all dry out. Probably get maybe a microfiber towel just to take the foam off it. And if we look around in here, but yeah, I'm mindful it's starting to rain. I don't want these seats getting. See, the problem is, I might just give them all a hoover when it's all dried out, just to see how we get on. But yeah, starting to rain again, so I'm just going to shut this all up again. Click this out. Right, well, at least we got some sort of job done on it, whilst we just allow just getting under the shade a bit. Yeah, and we need to also do the seats, don't we, as well? Not the seats, what am I saying? God, I need to stop talking and thinking at the same time. We need to do the floors, and we need to get the wet vac on it. And then with this, my plan is also to do the red seats in there as well. So, yeah, right. Let's have a look. Let's put that there. Yeah, 2 very dirty sponges. Okay, stopped raining. So now we're going to just work on the footwells of the car. Get rid of those. Hopefully it's not going to be too much of an issue. Shouldn't be. I just want to make sure it dries okay. That's my biggest concern. So we've got the Bissell and we have the drill with the brush on it. So we're just going to apply some shampoo into there and see how that comes out. So how are we doing? It's not coming up too bad, to be honest with you. It's not the worst staining I've seen. He's on black, but obviously going to get some mats to put in it at some point. In camera it looks worse than it is, but I've actually cleaned all of that. There's a bit there which is like, I don't know what it is, but it's properly embedded in there, and I can't seem to get it out. So yeah, we just got to allow the air now to just dry that off, make that more presentable. But actually it's not come out too bad. And then only thing I've got to do is the driver's side, and then we'll be, yeah, and then I just got to clean the trim, sort out the trim. I think that should just be a nice detailing job though, nothing too drastic. Right, and we are now going to move on to the door actuator, because obviously, if you didn't already know, this isn't working and it doesn't open. So it's either going to be one of two things, which is either the cable has popped off inside, or the actual door actuator, so the locking and everything like that, that's gone. So you need to take off the door card, which will reveal inside. Then we've then got to then take off like a middle panel. Then we need to look inside and see whether or not the wires are all clipped into the actuator. If they are, then it's the actuator. If they're not, then hopefully it's just a case of reclipping them back in. So I've followed or had a look at a couple of YouTube videos, and we need to start popping off some plastic bits in here to get to some torque screws in here. So yeah, fingers crossed this is gonna work. But I'm trying to do this when we've just literally had a thunderstorm about 20 minutes ago, and I have a feeling it's going to be on and off rain for the rest of the day. So anyway, let's just see what we can get done. Okay, so we have this off for the minute. There's a number of connectors. it's the same sort of principle really, like anything. There's a number of connectors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 connectors. And yeah, so the next thing we need to do is get this off, which will be again torqued, and then we can take that off, which then gets behind here. So yeah, is it going to be the same one, or is it going to be slightly smaller? I think it's going to be smaller. Yeah, right, let's get this bit done. Right, so the next piece is off. So when I go in on here, we can see down in there that appears to be connected to the actuator, and then it runs up to the top here. But what's interesting is, yeah, I think I just gotta undo this and then just bring it forward to actually have a look. And I think I just need to replace it, and hopefully that will sort it. I'm hoping it's got nothing to do with up there. Let's have a quick look. Zoom in. Very difficult to tell. Right, let's come out of that. Let's start undoing these here. Right, got it out. From there, still can't quite work out how it's all kind of meant to work, because when you pull the handle, nothing seems to actually sort of activate it in there, which I kind of expect it to be, which is a bit weird. This appears to be the original though, so it's 11 years old. Normally they say these things fail quite a bit, so all I've got to do is take this off and then replace it all, and then put it hopefully back together, and hopefully it's going to all work, and then that'll hopefully sort out the issue. I hope it does. I can't quite work out how it all does, because yeah, just when I pull it, I don't see any movement. I don't see any movement on this here, so I'm assuming it's still connected to the top there. Hey, right, so what I'll do is I'll put the new one in anyway, and then if that doesn't work, then we need to go to plan B, which is to somehow get the handle sorted. As if by magic, that will be the reason as to why it's not working. So it's not the actuator, it's the cable. So the cable has gone from within the handle. It's been pulled too much, which is interesting, because I don't have a YouTube video on that, and that's not what I expected. So, but I have a cable, luckily. I now got to work out and sit down and work out how I sort that cable out and take all of this off. Oh, bugger. That's not a 5-minute job, is it? It's not easy to fix. Right, sorry, my nose is starting to run. Not that you need to know that. Right, I need to sit down and work out how we're going to get into here and replace that cable. Right, we've taken apart the handle now. So this is the inside. So that pops out, so in which case it's going to be this wire that's snapped here. So if I go around into here, there is the new wire. So I need to unclip that, clip the new wire on, and then we put that back in, and then we are basically the reverse now. Hopefully we are on the home straight. So yeah, let's get that going. Light's starting to fade now. The reason behind the sort of, we say, delay is because I needed a torque to get into this here to remove the handle, and all my torques are a lot thicker than that, so I had to go out and find or buy these, which are a lot sort of slimmer, that can get in the hole like that, which then undoes that. But geez, this is so much easier than a Fiat 500, it really is. So I've connected all the cables back up. Result. So the only thing I've got left to do now is put the door card on, connect all these various connectors, and put the door card in. We are starting to lose light now, and I'm for some reason getting a real bad headache. I don't know, I've just clearly not drunk enough water today. So top tip of the day, people, always keep yourself hydrated. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to remove the tools from the car, and we're going to call it a day, and then I will come back to put the door, I'll clean up the door card whilst it's indoors, give that a good proper clean, and then it can go on, and the door is done. So that is good. That is going to be one job, hopefully done and dusted very, very soon. Okay, so we are now again a number of days on from when I sorted out this actuator, and now I say the actuator, it wasn't the actuator, was it? It was the cable. So now we're going to put the door card back on, and hopefully this will all nicely fit into place, and I can remember where all the connectors go. So let's start this off and work out what we've got to do. So I've already cleaned the door card inside. So now it's a case, I think they're all colour coded, which I think is good. It's just about making sure that, as I say, that everything is connected, but at the same time it's just bloody awkward. Right, that goes into there, check. What else have we got? We've got a they're not colour coded at all. That's annoying. I've got one connector here, another connector there. It's got two connectors there. What else have I got? I've got another one here. I'm going to assume that one goes into there. Does that go into there? Yes. So that goes into there. I've got, oh God, where does this one go? Oh, this one will go into the speaker. Check. We've got two more plus the actual door the mechanism. So I'm going to make the assumption, should I go into that one? Oh God. Right, what is going on? I will come back to you when I've sorted this, when I've worked out what is going on. So we have whacked it back in. Turns out the plug I was trying to put in was the wrong plug. There was another connector. Long story short, so we now need to just, a bit like the 500, got a few screws that we just need to put in. So just got to find the right torque, which hopefully won't take too long. Which one is it? That's the one. So we've got one down here. Like so. Could use an electric screwdriver. I know a lot of people like to do that. I'm for some reason behind the times when it comes to that. Don't know, I kind of like just the part, in some ways, depending on what it is, I like the control of putting these in. Hopefully that's going. Otherwise, if not, is it going? Gotta be, yeah, there we go. Right, that is tight there. So that's that one, and I think we have two screws. Got one in here and one in there. I think that's the small torques. Let's just swap that out. Oh, dropped it. Yeah, today's just a gloomy day. It just doesn't put you in a particularly like fine mood to get you working. It really doesn't. I mean, the whole of January just feels like it's just been so far just not enjoyable at all. Really feels like that. So two screws. Again, they're not bolts, they're screws, which is interesting. So that's that one. And hopefully won't lose this one in here. I'll worry about this one. There's a screw, there's a hole in there somewhere, and I worry about losing the screw in there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Maybe we'll just get an extender on it. This is where a magnetic one comes in handy, but even still, I'm not overly keen about putting this in because I feel I'm going to lose it. See, that's just falling off. Where is it? Right, I'm going to come back to you again on this one. I think I'm concerned about how deep that screw is in there. And if I put this in here, that screw's going to completely miss it and just drop straight down into there. Right, I did put the screw in, just needed a magnetic screwdriver. So we have two more pieces to put in and then we are done. And once I've worked out what piece goes where and how it goes in, I think that goes in that way. Like so. And this one I think that goes in that way. That's it, that's in. All right, we are done. We have one working door now, so this here is now no more. We can bin that, and we now need to work on the next job, which is, I'm going to do it because I've just bought some. It's the struts for the bonnet. One's broken, so need to sort that one out. Okay, all right, and breathe. Breathe. Okay, so that brings us to the end of part 2 of this video. We still are obviously not near completion. From what you can see, the bumper still needs to go back on. We've also got other things to do, which I actually hadn't even recorded. So I'm going to have to go back and like record what I did, because I didn't realize at the time. I thought it was really insignificant, and then it turned out to be a big, massive issue. So we have got some other little problems coming up on it. But as I said right at the beginning, we are well over a year since I got it. And we've still got it. So yeah. If you already haven't, please hit the thumbs up button. Really helps the channel. And I will see you again probably next week for some more Evoque stuff. Fiat 500 stuff will be coming. But yeah, I just want to get this series done and moved on. And then we can go back to some Fiat stuff and something else that's come about that's not a Fiat, that I mentioned in the past, that replaces the B&W X5, which is now in the household as a daily runner for my other half. So yeah, until next time, I will see you all again very, very soon.